Hey everyone, my name is Forever2 and welcome back to Reverse 1999 for part 2 of Chapter 6. And don't make me repeat the name of the chapter because it is, after all, Vienna. Or French. I'm not sure what it is. Do forgive me. So in the last video, we were doing 5, I guess, little mini chapters. And things were intense. We've gotten into the footsteps of Marcus and Hoffman, I believe, while going into the first part, which is Isolde, and of course, introduction to Kakania as well. And you could say that things are pretty intense, but I'm not sure about intense, but more like mind-blowing. Not mind-blowing, but just intense. We get to see the darker side of modern science being introduced, like electric shock therapy. It helps to cure mental illness, quote-unquote, and for which, not sure if it works. It never works. So, we have Isolde, who is very traumatized, very mentally unstable. That's what I'm getting at with her dialogue and all that stuff. So, here we are in the exhibition of her brother's artwork that either burnt or survived the fire. And I guess she could say that when she saw them, she fainted and lost control of her arcane powers. Lots of ghosts have appeared. And we had to be Ghostbusters and decide to try to get them out of here as possible. So, let us continue with part 6. Yes, Prime Minister. And I hope you guys enjoy the video as well. And yes, you know what to do. If you like the video, if you want me to continue, please like the video. To part 6. Outside the Temple of Art, the Mentor imparts a final set of admonitions to her apprentice.
Remember, Marcus, the working staff of the Foundation branch will take care of the dispute in their fashion. We just need to follow him in. The members of the Circle are top priority. But before any of them can be convicted, as said before, all we have to do is silently observe and respect their lives.
Understood. I almost bumped into her. That lady in green seemed to be in a bad mood.
And she got caught inside of Kakania.
Shall I ask the gentleman from the branch who she is? Oh, he seems busy at the moment. But that gentleman is a person of this era. If I interrupt him, am I also interrupting his original course of action?
Marcus sinks back into her mire of indecision.
Oh!
Hoffman gently pats Marcus's shoulder, drawing back her focus. Fortunately, the Vienna branch's officer does not notice this minor episode. His attention is captured by the arrival of an uninvited acquaintance.
My, Mr. Rigoletto. Your hair has grown so fast. To what do we owe this pleasure? Are you also here for the exquisite art?
Can you just be Norman for once, Henry? And stop calling me by those opera names. Someone reported an arcane disturbance here. I see candles. Are you holding a séance? I must remind you that arcane rituals are not allowed unless you have a separate permit.
Excuse me? That's not fair. The first permit already costed us a...
Please calm yourself, sir. Be mindful of what you implied. The Viennese government has ensured you the greatest possible freedom through working with us. Who do you think cleaned up after you people? After those fires, passionate murders, and deadly stampedes? We can't bear the consequences of your moments of epiphany forever. Not to mention the Séance is one of the most dangerous acts. We've had 2 colleagues injured, still being treated for mental illness in the Vienna General Hospital. You will find no other place as tolerant and open-minded as this one. In return, you should do your part and cooperate with the government.
There's a slight delay on that one, but oh well.
Séance? What séance? Nothing of the sort, Mr. Rigoletto. This is just a rehearsal of the play. The candles, the settings, and of course, these paintings once bathed in fire. Yes, this is an art exhibit, a youth rally, or, as we prefer to call it, a visualization of the future.
I demand a rational conversation. Now, I must question the sanity of this gathering. Is there no one here who is of sound mind? If not, I'll have to...
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, she can't tell.
Mr. Strauss, sorry to have kept you waiting.
Miss Natustroff.
He's a fan.
Bless you, madam. I did not expect to see you here.
Oh, sorry that we troubled you. I'm here for my late brother's exhibition, and for rehearsal for the coming performance. We got a little carried away. Made you come all the way here to check on us.
Please, madam, as your friend, I do not wish to cause you discomfort. In fact, Mr. Carl and I were talking about you over brunch earlier. He was truly impressed by your talent at the opera.
So you're the reason that he made Carl late.
Ah, Mr. Carl is too kind. Since my mother passed away, he has been such a caring friend to the family.
Well then, this was all just a misunderstanding. But, madam, please understand that I still have procedures to go through. Would you mind if I investigated a little?
The man leans in, his voice is a voice a hush whisper.
By investigate, you know, just a quick look around the building.
We're grateful to have a responsible employee like you, Mr. Strauss. Please, help yourself.
At the other end of the hall, investigators from headquarters uphold their duties with familiar diligence and effort. Hoffman imperceptibly, I am not getting my pronunciations right today. Imperceptibly shakes her coat, as fine threads, like spider silk, disperse into the air attached to tiny floating particles.
Wow! The spider tail and the detection spores. These are Laplace's auxiliary devices for perceiving arcane power. I've never seen one before. Only investigators of level 4 or higher are allowed to use them.
Noticing the excited glances towards her, Hoffman leans in to whisper to the young investigator.
Marcus, come. Give me a hand.
On it. These burnt pictures. They're the work of Theophil von Dittestov. They're the perfect subjects for reading.
Okay, so she's going to read the pictures. The lamp is gripped a little light tighter. She lifts her head as she begins reading. The world around her becomes a matter of effortless ease to view. Let me take a look at this picture right here. I kind of like that little artwork. I think that's how she sees things in her head, that she uses her arcanum. Maybe.
Only a third of the picture can be read, but I can see it clearly. An ingenious composition that balances the different elements of the picture. Sadly, the creator focused too much on the form and overlooked the content. The frame is made of... not important. Next page. This one is luckier. Half of it survived the fire, so we can see the lower half of the lady in the picture. But, Theophil certainly had a way with women. She was not his first prey.
So he's a lady killer. I mean, a ladies' man. Yeah.
And this one, only a frame remains. The rest of his works are too damaged, but I do remember an intact one somewhere. But aside from this, I don't see anything else. Next page.
What? She turns, colliding with a pair of light-colored eyes. Oh my goodness. That actually almost scared me, to be honest. When you see that, like something like that. Gorgeous. Despite the distance, it feels as though Isolde is gazing back at her.
People can be read too. That person, Miss Isolde.
A deep breath, the page unfolds before her eyes once again.
Unlike other ladies pursuing the latest fashions in Paris, she still wears the corset, with only some Art Nouveau jewelry by her waist. She's as delicate as a butterfly.
Too delicate.
She is a renowned medium. The Ditterstuff family is well known for their mediumship. Nowadays, they use that power mostly for art. That is, they summon a spirit to possess their body so they can sing, write, and paint like no other. They also suffered for this power. Racked by neurosis and hysteria, the family has had very few members despite its long history. Wait a minute.
Huh?
The picture behind her is still intact, and it is enormous. Is that the Salvation? Strange. This painting is...
Who's coming up behind you?
You have a keen eye for art, miss.
Oh!
She got too focused. A voice leaps up behind her, bursting from behind the warm smile of the freckle-faced man.
This painting is the work of my dearest friend, Sigmund. The Salvation. The only piece he left behind that survived the consuming flames. These enchanting, magical circles, one next to another. Oh, I was only reciting Miss Kakania. We're both passionate about the subject. How regrettable. She would have given you a much better explanation if she were here. Her words can easily stir one's soul.
Did you say Kakania? You have a friend called Kakania?
Oh, yes. Every artist has their own nickname. I also have the honor of knowing the Orange Knight, Victor of the Rhyme, Offerstrudel. Are you a friend of Kakania? Too bad she just left. She should be meeting with Dr. Schwartz by now.
I think she's about to kill him. Sorry. Marcus looks up. Her mentor casts her eyes on to the same spot and shakes her head gently.
No, the name sounded a little strange to me, that's all. But I appreciate the explanation, sir.
In the air, the dispersed spores stir imperceptibly. Bang, bang, crash. The dust from the explosion pervades the air, sucking deep into nostrils and open mouths.
What happened?
Ooh, ghosts. I'm not sure what you're doing.
Are these ghosts? Didn't you say there wasn't a seance? Mrs. Dietersdorf, I would very much like an explanation.
Oh, they're still chasing me!
The detection spores have taken effect and enveloped the ghosts. Marcus, can you still read?
I think so.
Good. I'll draw its attention. You take care of the arcanum part.
Keep in mind... Oh, we're going to the fight. Okay. Alright, I'll stick with this then.
Program activated.
Round 2, both ghosts.
Time, space, and the golden ratio. I've confirmed that this adheres to the precepts.
Damage. Loading, charging.
Connection between numbers.
Barrage. Eliminate target.
Try my numerical friends. The show.
Loading.
Connection between numbers.
Aim and shoot.
The show must go on. Home, space, and fluidity and fluctuation. A hypothesis of truth. The golden ratio. Yet another proof nearing perfection.
And that was round 2.
Miss Dietersdorf, you told me this was just an opera rehearsal. Now look at this mess. And more importantly, my 2 assistants are still here. I must ask you for a good reason to report to my superior.
And nothing she says. The pale girl remains silent, bowing her head.
Oh, Isolde, my dear lovely gal.
An all too familiar mustachioed face arrives without invitation. Carl's steps are at a steady trouncing waddle as he approaches and takes Isolde's hand.
Mr. Karl.
Director? Look at you, so pale. The play is sapping your strength. Come, child, come to me. I told Schwartz to take good care of you. Well, I guess he can't be in two places at once. The frequent presentations must have been too much for a doctor such as he.
So you're the one who sent her to Dr. Schwartz, you utter bastard. I have my suspicions.
I've learned that you've recovered from hysteria, which is good, but promise me that you'll look after yourself, will you? Your late mother suffered a tragic end, and it would be unbearable for the Empire to lose another star.
You flatter me.
Joseph?
Yes, Director.
Don't be so hard on them. Those were wonderful stage effects. Heinrich is an expert at this, yes? What better demonstrates our free wills than respecting the artists and their work? None of us would mind an episode of excitement every once in a while.
Carl meets Hoffman's eyes in another overly affable attempt at a good nature.
Even the gentleman from the headquarters would agree with me, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
We are short on manpower, and the assistants should focus on more important matters.
We should leave.
"15 minutes just for that thing. Also, something was here. This thing."
Let's start our conversation with a simple exercise. First, please repeat after me. Dittersdorf. After all the days you've spent in Vienna, you should be familiar with the name. Tell me, how do you feel about it?
Seems like it's a word heavy as lead.
You're making light of it again. But fair enough. You're new here, not as familiar with this name as those who live here, murmuring it in their dreams. Most of the time it swirls invisibly through the conversations on the street. Other times, it is tangible in the signatures of the exhibits, seen in the performances and the metal badges clinging to collars, and always in the boys and girls who inherit the Dittersdorf talents. And just like that, they are thrust into the role of the outstanding Dittersdorfs. The lady songbird and the artistic painter.
In truth, I don't know much at all about these Dittersdorf.
Oh, of course. Well then, high time to tell you about them. Vienna, at present, is a splendid, crumbling house. Whenever the waltz starts playing, the roof trembles along with the music, while the dancing crowd, and funny that it is a crowd, none of them dare look up at it. The people here live in identical pretty little houses, the social classes smoothed out like butter on a cake. Now, works of art become their icons, and in their madness, they scramble to make these beautiful, dazzling things. The Dittersdorfs, nobles who can perform channeling, are made to perform like dancing animals in a circus. Businessmen and nobles clamoring to sponsor their performances in order to glorify themselves. The noble ladies prefer to curate the finest acts, highlighting their good taste and fashionability, while the lordlings seem to prefer new and hidden talents as some example of their virtue. How then could a good singer ever miss a performance? But she must to take her chance, seizing the lovely bird in her hand. That poor, noble little bird, because people said that she was born with madness. And it is in this act of fighting against her madness that she proves herself proper among the noble ladies. She knows better than anyone why a piece of art is valuable, and how to make it worth even more.
Alright, with that thing out of the way, we can learn a little bit more about the Dietelsdorf name. Onwards, I guess, to part 7, which is going to be another fight again. A Fair Duel, part 7. Huh?
Good day. I would like to check the date of a novel. Yes, it is Der Mann ohne Eigenschaften by Robert Musil. Oh, I see.
Dish.
What did they say?
Just as I remembered it. The novel was completed in 1930. The word Kakania was also created by Robert Musil. Kakania should not be a nickname for anyone in 1914.
That's weird.
It doesn't belong to this era. She could be with Manus Vindictae, or at least associated with their people.
What's more, when we were at the Secession building, I read that painting, The Salvation. It seemed out of place compared to the other paintings. Theophile may have applied a new technique on the Salvation, a more daring kind, audacious even. But these are only subtleties, I can't be too certain. I was interrupted by that strangely speaking gentleman, so I didn't get everything. Another thing, its content reminds me of the symbol of the circle.
Marcus rummages through the bookcase, finding the pamphlet tucked within the thick register.
This twisting circle resembles the circles in the Salvation. Heinrich called them magical circles, one next to another. They must be more than just circles, I think. Was he demonstrating the madness of passion? But the lines are clean. Perhaps the purity of eternity? No, the circles are too twisted for that. Or was he just representing a primitive state of being?
I don't understand any of it. So this must be art.
Ma'am, you're funny sometimes.
I wasn't joking.
Huh?
Based on what we know, we can't be sure if this group of young arcanists and the Manus are connected. But we all know that the latter is eager to win over the cynical revolutionary youth. You did well, Marcus. The important figures of the circle, Isolde, Heinrich, and even the late Theophile. We had made contact with them all. Only this Kakania. What does the intel say about her?
Kakania, also known as Miss Clara, inherited her arcane skills from her family. She's able to reflect people's thoughts in a mirror. She was once a medical student, but dropped out halfway through. These days, she shows up at various social events as a psychiatrist, which the Foundation tries to prohibit because she doesn't have a license. And she is also an activist.
An activist?
According to Mr. Heinrich, she is meeting with a doctor named Schwartz today.
To kill him, or to beat the living hell out of him.
Schwartz. The family doctor Carl mentioned. Let's try our luck there.
And hopefully safe as ass. Actually, you know what? Leave him in the electric chair.
Now then, Miss Clara, Mr. Schwartz, only 3 weapons are allowed in the duel.
What?
The army knife, the sword, and the pistol.
Oh, you kidding me? She challenged him into a duel?
I will leave the choice to Dr. Schwartz, for he has more experience in these duels than I do. It's an honor to fight you, and I look forward to ending your winning streak.
Not so much an honorable scene for me.
Excuse me, please.
Aw, she's adorable. Hoffman extends her hand, mercilessly cleaving a path through the crowd.
Pardon me, what is happening?
A duel, ma'am. Just as Dr. Schwartz was demonstrating his therapy, Miss Clara barged right in. They were arguing, and this is how they decided to end it. To ensure fairness of the duel, the combat must happen within 48 hours of the challenge. But I've never seen one take place on the spot.
Well, I hope they know what they're doing. I don't want to get caught as collateral damage.
That green dress. So she is Kakania. What do we do? If she gets injured, our mission will...
Don't worry about people in that time. It is their life to live. Never intervene if you don't know the exact consequences of your actions. The course of history is more important than our investigation. This is Investigator Greta Hoffman. What? Hold on. I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
The field agent squad needs to speak to me. This won't take long. I will leave this to you. Remember what I said, Marcus.
Yes, madam.
Hoffman turns toward the Baroque wooden door made of mahogany before her figure disappears amidst the crowd. Only her still unfledged fledged assistant remains.
Leaving this to me.
I can tell she's nervous because I could hear her heartbeat. Marcus recites it to herself as a mantra, attempting to slow down her racing heart.
Breathe, Marcus. There's nothing to be nervous about. You can't be an assistant forever. There will come a day when you're all on your own. Just like at the Secession building, I only have to watch her. If I end up talking to Miss Kakania, I'll just pretend to be an ordinary employee of the Foundation. Easy. You used to do well on your own, when you were reading in the lighthouse and the forest.
Wait.
Dr. Shorts. 3 times he has been involved in duels, and 3 times he has won. Impressive. This time he's still going for the pistol, but Miss Kakania does not have an assistant, and she has only 1 witness in this duel. This is not right. Why did she agree to this? She's being reckless. Even an arcanist should have at least 1 assistant in a duel. Dr. Shorts' assistant brought them a pair of pistols. FN Model 1910. Is that a right weapon for a duel? It's too crowded here. I can't see. No, the pistol given to Miss Kakania. Something's wrong with it.
What is going on? Did they sabotage her bullets?
The bullets. Her life is in danger if the duel begins. But Madam Hoffman warned me about the consequences of intervention. What if I just go and talk to her as an employee of the Foundation branch, like I did at the Secession building? So far, Heinrich has been difficult to communicate with, while Mr. Carl doesn't want us to get in touch with Miss Isolde. Miss Kakania is the only person who is both a friend of Theophil and associated with the Circle. But I have to be careful with this name. If she is indeed one of the Manus Vindictae, I will be jeopardizing this mission by going near her. But wait! She doesn't know that I'm from the headquarters, so she probably will talk to me. But how do I know she doesn't know my identity? What if Mr. Call is not to be trusted? And what if Mr. Call and she are in this together? Their names both start with a K. What am I thinking?
It's adorable. Marcus patting her cheeks with an unaware gusto, drawing side glances from the other present.
Stop. I'm not on the Flannan Isles anymore. I can't waste my day on endless thoughts. Remember what Madam Hoffman said. Think of the immediate mission. I have to prevent Kakania from getting killed in the duel. She has the clues about Theophil that I need. Never intervene if you don't know the exact consequences of your actions.
A long deep breath.
I have assessed the risks, madam. I will not stand by and watch this happen, even if I don't know the consequences.
I need to make this clear to you. Not only have you hindered Miss Dietersdorf from getting the treatment she needs, but you have repeatedly defamed me.
Oh, I can only admit that you're right if you have to call a different academic perspective slander.
A different academic perspective? Do you really think Freud and his petty tricks are academic? One could hardly find a worse insult to science than this.
Is that so? Do you really mean that? Rumor has it that you taught the military the method of hypnosis for a price. Do you wish to clear things up here? Your silence is a resounding yes. Tell me, why did you please the ministers with these petty tricks, but not with your most advanced electrotherapy you've been touting? Do you harbor negative feelings towards Mr. Freud because of his open rejection of hypnosis?
What does any of this have to do with you?
Oh, many things, Mr. Schwartz. Your behavior has greatly undermined the interests of arcanists, who are your own people. Not to mention that hypnosis is a violation of a patient's free will, and I have reason to believe that this duel is entirely personal. I must make it clear that your wife's appointment with me has nothing to do with the rumors of your lackluster performance in the bedroom.
Oh, she called him out. Although, I'm not sure. I don't have nothing to say.
I'm not the real enemy, Mr. Schwartz. The gossip mongers and tabloid writers are.
You...
Are both duelists ready?
Perfectly ready.
I'm ready to...
No! She's not!
Huh? What?
Miss Kakania needs another minute.
The collective gaze causes her voice to tremble slightly.
The crowd. Shoot me. I want to go home. Why did you apply for this mission, Marcus?
Despite her mental turmoil, she extends her hand, attempting to ascend with some dignity intact, or at least without resorting to crawling.
I am Miss Kakania's assistant. I am here to...
Sorry to interrupt, miss, but the last time I checked, I couldn't possibly afford a St. Pavlov Foundation member to be my aide.
Darn it. I forgot about my badge.
Kakania retracts her pistol, twirling it around her finger.
So, the Foundation is trying to intervene. Don't worry, Miss Foundation staff. Look around. We're doing it the human way. No arcane skills involved. The head of the Foundation branch should not be your role model. Mind you, you're giving up a part of your integrity for taking his clones. A terrible deal indeed. Besides, they're using human guns. We don't need the Foundation's license to use these. I'm not doing anything against the Foundation's rules, am I?
The Browning pistol spins once more in a perfect circle.
If it's urgent, can we wait until after the duel? Please stand back. The bullets can't tell the difference between friend and enemy.
Come on, Marcus, say it! Marcus is again interrupted by the rapid-fire speech of the other party.
Please don't use that gun. The bullets in it are dangerous.
What?
The bullets are wrong. The gun will burst if you pull the trigger. Sir, I demand that the gun be checked.
Kakania grips the half-turned gun slightly before deftly removing the magazine.
The size of these bullets.
A cold bead of sweat drips down her spine. So he actually filled that gun with wrong bullets in the wrong size. Wow.
I need an explanation, Mr. Schwartz. I thought you had at least the integrity of a gentleman. The bullets in my gun are wrong. If I pull the trigger, as Miss Foundation here said, the barrel will burst.
A bursted barrel? I remember now. That Anton boy lost the duel to Schwartz for the same reason. Did Schwartz do something to his gun too? And was the guard in on it too?
He cheated! So he cheated in his duels. No wonder.
Huh? This is defamation. I have never...
Shut your mouth. Kick his ass.
Please! Who is dueling here?
The guards are here.
Don't step on my dress! Not good. Madam Hoffman has not come back yet. Madam Hoffman!
The young assistant is engulfed within the crowded crowd.
Hey, miss! The helpful Miss Foundation employee!
Miss Kakania?
The green-clad pistolier extends her hand.
Don't stand there! Come here!
Kakania grabs the shy assistant's hand, pulling her into the fierce embrace without a second word. Kakania leaps, aligning herself onto the window frame with the lightness of a bird.
Okay, this is a quiet float. We're going to jump, Miss Foundation. 3, 2, 1, here we go!
Ah! The noises. Oh, I forgot. I had to still fight. Okay. Hang on. Let me see if I can change a little bit here. Nice. You know what? Hang on.
Skip the warm-up. I'm always ready to jump into the action.
Okay, so I'm actually wanting to use Mr. Duncan for a while because he has been summoned when I was trying to farm for, or at least pull for Andronala, and, well, he is the right person.
Program activated.
Move! Seal off that exit! Don't let them get away!
Got to sneak away. Don't worry, Miss Foundation. I won't leave you behind. I'll help you as you helped me.
Huh? That's not... Kakania, this way!
Ilich, I thought you were out selling bears on the street. Is that the magic mustache? You clever boy. Quick, name your price.
The magic mustache?
You sure you can afford that, Kakania?
Triple the price? Just about what I can accept. You know my limits, old friend. Put it on, Miss Foundation.
What?
Don't take it off. You'll be exposed. It smells, but bear with it. Now keep quiet and follow me. I'll get you to safety. Lead us if you want your pay, Ilich.
Got it. Follow me.
I never get tired of this.
Don't let go.
Easy as pie.
Just a gentle blow.
I must finish
Come
this
on,
soon.
put some power behind it.
Loading. Charging. Barrage. The light that illuminates all. Aim and shoot. Loading.
I never get tired of
Handy little flyers.
Barrage.
Ooh! Another set?
Circuit functioning properly. I, Robot, Child of Silence.
Then I found you.
not too shabby. I finally. My turn. Watch and learn, kids.
Damn.
As long as you hit the target. Just a gentle blow.
Damn. Good teamwork right there.
Although we come from different lands.
On to Mirror Lantern Part 8.
Kakania! This way! Over here!
Elite! Thanks a lot. The prop sure came in handy.
Kakania tears off her fake beard, fanning herself with her hand.
Finally. Why do I keep having things stick to my lips?
Poor Marcus.
Ha! Be careful with that. It is no ordinary beard. Every single strand was soaked in a Bohemian potion, mixed with bloodroot, toad's heart, and Yavangal.
Oh, so he's an alchemist.
Why were the gods after you?
That's a long story. And oh, don't worry about this kind little lady. She saved my life, and she's a third of a friend.
A third of?
She discreetly releases the button of the communicator in her pocket.
This is bad. The connection is down. I can't get in touch with Madame Hoffman. She's probably in an important conversation with the field agent squad and has calls on block. It's okay, Marcus. You can do this yourself. Just stay in the conversation. Communication is not that hard. You've done this through before. You can do it.
Despite having written about 1,000 ways to start a conversation, she never expected to find herself in a situation like this. Marcus frantically racks her mind for topics to discuss. Fortunately, everyone present is far more talkative than she is.
My, Kakania. Are you friends with the government officials now? Times have changed indeed. I've been here for a whole year, but I've never seen an official without a beard. Where are you from? Croatia? Moravia? Galicia?
I grew up in Romania.
Oh, I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina. That makes us friends, since we're both from somewhere near.
Ha ha ha, nice joke.
Be careful on the streets these days, Ilich. You could be in trouble too if the guards catch you. After all, you haven't got a license.
So he's an arcanist.
Huh? You don't?
Oh, of course not. Have you read the requirements? Records of the safe use of arcane skills within 3 generations. I was born in the streets. I don't even know who my grandmother was. And the records aren't the hard part to get around. If you're applying in Vienna, the license has to be issued by the central government. It's not an Austrian problem, nor a Hungarian problem. The central government sits in the middle, and no official has any idea of what's what. Should this be the Kaiser's concern? Or the König's? Or both? You'd be the biggest fool to listen and follow these broken rules. Stuck in the system, nowhere to go. Unless you work the magic of crowns.
What happens if we don't have an Arcanum license?
Oh, you'll love this. Who knows, you could get 3 days in detention, or maybe 10 years in prison. Even if you are sentenced to prison, they might forget to bring you in. Or, if you're an outstanding citizen who can shed your Arcanum during your human re-education, you might get to have a nice life. Without a license, that is. Our justice system is much more unpredictable than the Arcanists. We still have a fair chance of getting away.
Very informative, Ilich.
Kakania clears her throat, still somewhat guarded, and flashes out a meaningful glance.
Oh, well then. Bis später, Kakania and Miss Foundation. Forget I said anything?
Yeah.
They are...
Some Arcanist kids on the streets. I'm surprised you know nothing about them. The country has changed, lady, and not everything in Vienna is as decent and sumptuous as the buildings on Ringstrasse and Herrengasse.
Her tone belies a hint of sarcasm.
I'm thankful for your help, Miss Foundation, but so far I have returned the favor. You don't want the gods either, do you? Fair even. So, can you tell me why you're here? Oh, I see. Mr. Carl sent you, didn't he? Because I don't have a psychiatrist license. Can't you people give me a break? I swear on my ancestors, I'm doing this entirely the Arcanist way. It has nothing to do with human science.
She poses a question but leaves no room for an answer. Leaning closer to Marcus, she pushes her glasses up with suspicion.
Don't you people ever sleep? Do you not have a life? This is the 10th time this month, even got rest after working 6 days in a row. I have an Arcanum license inherited from my family. It is nothing to be ashamed of. My fees are reasonable. No one's ever complained.
Please step in.
No, Miss Kakania, this is really coincidental. I just happen to know that you are a psychiatrist.
Huh? So? Are psychiatrists considered doctors now?
Seriously. Maintaining her barriers of politeness against the rapid topic changes feels like holding a smile in a hailstorm. On the verge of tears, Marcus desperately falls back to the field mission manual.
I think there's been a misunderstanding. Wait, I'm not here to check your credentials.
Then what?
So you call yourself Kakania, but I know your first name is Clara.
Oh, I didn't know the Foundation staff reads my work. How very flattering. Yes, I'm Clara. But Miss Foundation, don't you think Kakania is an intriguing name? Heinrich, who's a friend of mine, gave me a book which greatly inspired me.
Hold on a second.
Our country is just like that name. It both is and isn't. It both has and has not. If you look for it, it can't be found. Yet if you stop looking, it's everywhere. Look at this country, my friend. The sumptuous buildings rise so high that the people in power never have to lay eyes on the rye farmers of Bohemia, the immigrants from the east coast of the Adriatic Sea, or on the Arcanists. How could there possibly be smog choking the industrial area? How could there possibly be cold houses in the winter? The cafe house is definitely filled with people who love to dance, and not with those who can't afford the heat. Oh no. Surely there's no bureaucracy, no discrimination, no poverty here. This is a city of humanism and freedom. Oh yes, Kakania, Kaiserlich Königlich, or Kaiserlich Unköniglich. And Kakania, the land. There's no better name for this country.
So then, you did get that book from a friend.
I think she suspects something.
Now's my chance. I still have one spider tail Madame Hoffman left me. If I can find a chance to leave the spider tail on her, or in her place.
The young assistant takes a deep breath.
I'm intrigued by the book. Can I see it?
Cool. When's the fight?
This concludes the report by Semmelweis of the Field Agent Administration. Please confirm, Madam Hoffman.
In the corner, Hoffman holds her communicator out with a brow furrowed.
Yes. Report received.
Why so serious, Greta? That was just routine.
And I envy your lightheartedness and optimism. They got you out of Vienna on such short notice. I can only imagine that must have been difficult for you as well. According to your intel, the Empire's had too many assassinations in a short period of time. This is not good for the critical point, Semmelweis.
At least try to stay in a good mood. What else can we do?
Ooh. Okay, so a little factoid here. I believe in this chapter, way last year, this is where we get introduced to a new character called Semmelweis. And at some point, there is an event after, probably in the middle of chapter 7, we get Semmelweis for free. And introduce ourselves to a new game mode. Which, yes, it will take place in Vienna again. All for what? To unlock a new character. Which is going to take a hell of a lot of time and effort.
Aside from that, Greta, I have more to tell you. I was pulled out of Vienna overnight, and I didn't have time to brief the new squad there. You know it takes ages to get through the briefing process. I might as well just tell you now, personally. There could be an arcanist who has crossed the storm, and is now in Vienna.
Ooh.
What did you say? Do we know more about this arcanist?
We only know his name is Heinrich. We learned about this from the Berlin squad when we met up here, but had no time to verify.
I am suspicious. I knew my suspicions.
I see. Leave the rest to us.
What, didn't we meet a character named Heinrich in the Secession? The crazy guy that keeps calling everyone by upper names? So he may not be from the era, and he brought a book. And I believe Marcus and Hoffman were discussing about the name Kakania. That kind of makes sense.
It's true. He traveled to Berlin during the Sixth Storm, and survived the 1913 storms there. And after the 1966 storm and the one in 1929...
And now it's 1913 for the second time. For all the arcanists who crossed the Sixth Storm. This is exciting news.
That's funny. So he was from 1913 before. Then he crossed the storm multiple times, then came back here.
Mm-hmm. The time has returned.
I understand the excitement. But perhaps time, in its chaotic fashion, has inadvertently returned to the same year. I hear you, Semmelweis. This is valuable information. I'll let the...
The hell?
Greta? Are you still there?
Sorry, I have to go. Something's wrong with the spider tail I left on Marcus. This is not her ritual. Something's happened.
I'm surprised, Miss Marcus. You know so much about Cicero. I thought the Foundation was nothing but bureaucrats and bookworms. Oh, have you been to the Secession building? Did you like it? Shame that book isn't there.
Kakania finally finds the key. Into her clinic.
Please, come in. Forgive the mess. I must say that it is at least more orderly than the administration of the Empire.
Thank you.
Oh. The room resembles a studio more than a clinic. The scene is scattered about with unfinished paintings, dried paints, and stage props and posters. And mirrors. Many, many mirrors.
These are stage props. Heinrich left them here. He certainly learned some useful things in Berlin. Make yourself comfortable. I'll get you some tea and look for the book.
Please don't bother, Miss Kakania. I won't stay long. I have to go back to the branch soon. I just need to confirm that you have that book with you.
Oh god, did she just use her arcane skill on her? Damn that sneaky bitch, but I love her. The clinic curtains are tightly drawn, blocking out the day, yet her mirrors flash with light for a second.
Is this Kakania's arcane skill?
Yep, and you... Sorry, I gotta clear my throat. Sorry about that. Yeah. Marcus quickly covers her eyes with her hands, stepping back toward the door. Kakania's cheerful voice rings out from the other side.
Oh, Miss Foundation, it's okay. Just a little trick I use to ensure my personal safety. I usually even charge for this. Look into the mirror which reflects your inner world. This trick has been used by arcanists for thousands of years. When it was first used, the Roman emperor still ruled this land. Speaking of which, Miss Foundation, how did you know that the pistol was tampered with? Your arcane skill?
I ain't seen that in my eye. Oh, though it might only be some sort of trick of psychology, the mirror's glare becomes increasingly blinding. How? Yeah, I just figured that out.
Don't look at the mirror.
The investigator braces herself as she grips the lamp, ready for combat at a moment's notice. Kakania's tone remains gentle, as if soothing one of her patients.
I am curious. No need to be alarmed. I'll treat you gently.
Wow. Alright, so we got a fight in our hands. Sorry, Mr. Duncan, but I gotta replace you with someone reliable.
I'm glad to count you in my set. Time to verify my new hypothesis.
Oh god. The true form hides among mirror images. He's immune to damage and moves every 2 rounds. After the true form has been attacked 5 times, it reveals itself and the mirror images disappear.
Deep breaths, miss. Look at the mirror.
Jesus Christ.
This is a private session. Your secrets are safe with me. Now, what do you see?
I'm dizzy. Oh, spinning. So this is Miss Kakania's arcane skill. A maze of mirrors. The orphanage. The Flannan Isles. These look like my memories, but different.
You can look at them directly, miss. They'll reveal your deepest secrets and desires.
They're only illusions, Marcus. Just break her arcane skill and get out. I'll do the only thing I can do. Read.
It is too bad that I don't have her in my team.
I see her. She's behind these illusions, but which one is real?
That's what I want to know.
What should I sing?
Let's see.
The connection between numbers. Take my hand. Behold the phenomenal world.
You found me. Did you see through the illusions, or was it pure luck?
What?
Focus. She can move through mirrors. Got to keep track of her.
How would you keep track of her? Tell me.
Incomprehensible.
Okay.
So untamed. So what should I sing?
Let's see.
Then I found you. Don't let go. The show must go on.
Oh god.
Become a vessel on the stage.
Actually, what? Alright. I gotta think.
Become a vessel on the stage.
Charging.
I'm gonna keep this one.
Form, space, and order.
Why'd you fall till every night? Why'd you fall till every night?
This can't be luck. No, I need to be sure. I'd be disappointed were it a fluke.
Faraday's miracle.
Yes!
The golden ratio.
Alright. Which one is you? Isolde! Isolde! Well, I got my hero anyway.
Come together to conquer this great weight.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna reinforce you. Okay. I'm keeping the single attack.
The connection between numbers.
Okay.
Knowledge drives progress.
Behold the phenomenal world. Everything is a book. Everything can be read. These reflections are merely distractions.
Did I get her?
I found it. The page of truth.
Oh, it's true. You saw through the illusions as you saw through the pistol. Oh, all right, enough of my tricks. What a pleasant surprise. How does your skill work? Let me see.
No, I'm out of here.
There she is. Oh, there she is. There she is. She was in the front all the time.
Target confirmed.
Okay.
Circuits functioning properly.
Alright. Alright, let's see.
Experience circuits functioning properly. Loading. Flash in the water. I, Robot, Child of Science. Eliminate target.
Easy there.
Oh, hell no. Okay, got no choice. I got no choice here.
Charging. Loading.
We have reached a preliminary conclusion.
The light that illuminates all. Barrage.
Yeah! 32. You're my hope. Get that bitch out of here. Sorry if I said that word.
I won!
The show is over, but the loneliness persists.
You shall remember this, Isolde. Your sacrifice isn't in vain. Alright. On to Between the Doors.
The reflections she created were real enough, but not perfect. The reflections had neither shadows nor breath. Most importantly, they didn't have her passion and subtle movements. I read the truth from these details. She meant me no harm. Maybe it was just a little trick she was playing. But
She steadies her breath, looking down at the figure on the ground. She inadvertently used too much force. Kakania is still on the ground, supporting her hat with one hand. Her lips tremble incredulously, shocked by her own failure.
That was...
She lunges towards Marcus, who reflexively withdraws her hand.
I knew it. Your arcane skill is incredibly unique. You can discover what's on the inside by observing what's on the outside.
Okay.
You are born to be a psychiatrist.
Huh?
Yeah. She clings tightly to Marcus's hand, as if she's found a long-lost relative.
Look at you. You are so tiny, and they give you this big coat. How can they do this to a child?
That's what she wears.
How about you quit the Foundation and be my assistant? Your perception would be invaluable in this line of work. After all, we search for truth from foggy memories and vague descriptions for a living.
I mean, could be, but unfortunately we have this storm coming in, and yeah, Vienna is getting the worst of it.
Miss, the book?
Marcus attempts to withdraw her hand politely but stiffly. Kakania's enthusiasm remains unchanged.
Forget the book! A new academic field is opening its doors to you. Let's go inside. Oh dear, I forgot your tea.
Gosh, she's bubbling like a parrot.
Quick, while she's making the tea, grab the book and get the hell out of there.
It's Madam Hoffman. Ma'am?
Marcus, the spider tail has shown me your direction. How did you get that far? What is that place? An arcane fluctuation?
I'm with the target, Miss Kakania, in her clinic. I'm safe. Investigation's going well, ma'am.
She's not happy.
Stay where you are. I'm on my way. And take care of yourself. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that your supervisor? She sounds rather harsh. I do have to question the Foundation hiring underage children and all.
Just in time.
Marcus glances at the doctor, who is now lost in thought. Lightly flicking her skirt, an almost invisible thread lands on the green fabric.
Well, actually, Madam Hoffman is very kind to me.
She lifts her head, trying to further divert the doctor's attention. Kakania remains unimpressed by her answer.
Well, you have seen it all for yourself. Me, my clinic, my arcane skill. I showed you everything. Have they cleared up your doubts, Miss Marcus?
Stop recruiting the poor child.
Just one more question.
Please, go ahead.
About the circle.
Huh? Did you go through all this trouble just for that?
Kakania dramatically raises her hand, settling down into her soft chair.
You could have asked me earlier. I am the founder of the circle.
Oh, what?
Huh? Marcus nearly scalds herself with the hot tea as she brings it up to her lips.
You're awfully excited. Are you an admirer? Joking. It's just a little group a couple of friends started out of interest. Completely legal, nothing nefarious. We're committed to changing the Arcanist's current situation. More committed than the Foundation. There will be a non-profit exhibit soon, and all donations will help lower-class Arcanists get their license. Which should have been your responsibility.
Her words are sharply pointed, only to stop abruptly as she recalls the identity of their target.
Oh, sorry, I got carried away. I should persuade you to join us, not to take your current job.
Marcus shakes her head, feeling altogether fortunate now that to not be involved in the disputes of this era.
And the painting in this exhibit will be the salvation?
That's right, you've been to the Secession building. And that's a masterpiece which would be hard to miss. That was Theophil's final piece of work, the Golden Isle being its subject.
She lowers her head a little while refilling her cup with fresh tea.
It was big news at the time. The island hidden from all people in the Aegean Sea, the ancient Arcanist settlement, the strange current and magnetic field around it, the animals only heard in stories, and a shadow of modern society cast upon it. Well, those are just hearsay. People have all kinds of speculations about it. A military base, a mystical kingdom, the apocalypse. The Foundation knows it better than any of us.
Clink. Kakania sets down the teacup, her focus calm, but impassioned.
Miss Marcus, I've told you everything I know. If you trust me, please tell me one thing.
Don't tell her.
I'm sorry, Miss Kakania. I can't.
There really are people on that island? If so, how did they protect themselves in these changing times? This is my only question. As an Arcanist, and as a human being.
Don't you dare.
The arms companies are turning the Balkan Peninsula into a proving ground for their new weapons. That was how they discovered this island. You work for the authorities. You must know something. please, I just want to know if there's any more of us in this world. Suffering, silenced, and helpless.
Kakania's passion dims over the prolonged silence.
Fine. You work for the Foundation, after all. I shouldn't have asked. It's just that I'm hoping for at least one rational person in such an irredeemable bureaucracy. Someone who doesn't think it's just a bunch of deranged lunatics over there. Which is a stigma the Arcanists have carried around for centuries.
No! We're not crazy!
Uh-oh, she clenches the fabric of her dress, lifting her head in the trembling outburst.
I don't think the Arcanists on the island are crazy either.
Miss Marcus.
Dr. Kakania, I know there has been discord and resentment between humans and Arcanists, but not everyone is like Mr. Call. We're from the headquarters where many like you are fighting for the rights of Arcanists. When it comes to caring for our people, we're not so different there. That was what the Foundation was for, to defend the interests of the Arcanists and to keep the world safe and orderly. Till this day, we continue to strive for this goal.
Her heart thumps hard in her chest. She shouldn't do this, but she can't ignore... Damn it. She can't ignore the question any longer either. Perhaps it's worth it. Her reading tells her that this is a worthwhile ally. They have had no fundamental disagreements between one another. Just this one insignificant piece of information. If it might bridge the gap in their positions, time stretches on.
My sympathies for all that is happening.
Marcus receives another embrace.
We could have been very good friends if you weren't working for the Foundation. I know you meant every word you said. I can see how you burned with passion. The Circle was founded for the same reason, but I will not change my view on certain things. But on second thought, I have friends working in all kinds of places. We have a big house, plenty of wine and refreshments. There is more than enough room for a new friend. I would like to invite you to the Secession building, and to be present at the opening of the exhibit, Miss Marcus. And we can talk more about what you said afterwards.
That'd be great! But my supervisor...
That is tricky. But a minor like you requires the presence of a guardian. And you told me that she's kind to you. Well, she can come with you. We must abide by the law, after all. It might help to clear up misunderstandings if she's there.
A hug comes once again.
All right. I have to inform Heinrich that we have 2 more guests coming. Oh, shoot. I have an appointment today. I almost forgot the time. I have to go. I know what you're going to ask, but patient information is confidential.
I have a bet. Kakania idly wags her finger. Her thoughts seem to have undrifted onto future treatments. She hastily caps her pen, handling the invitation to Marcus.
I shouldn't keep you any longer. See you soon, Miss Foundation. Welcome to the Circle.
A gentle knock sounds at the door.
Oh, I should go. Thank you, Miss Kakania.
She turns around, hurries away, the door opening just in time. I knew it! Isolde's here. Marcus doesn't stop, nodding and gliding around the newcomer in the fast, fluid motion. This is going to get tense. Oh no. There are more things to do before I unlock it. Alright, seems like I missed a few of the other ones here, so let's give these a quick listen.
The Danube, a river born from dewdrops grown into a mighty course. She is a mother to many children, and all are eager to be fed. Here is the Empire, founded by 2 of her strongest children, a rich and admirable duo. There's an alluring charm to the music of Musicverein, captivating everyone who visits this place. I can talk about its art all day, and that's just the beginning. There are 11 children in this empire. When bound together, They are invincible. Their enemies will face catastrophe. See their flourishing cities? The cheering citizens? Even the chirping birds are singing a song of a land of freedom.
I'm gonna say, what a promising picture, but something's not right.
Oh. You're familiar with the devil's in the detail.
Cooperation is the only way to survive, or people are stubborn. In truth, people are stubborn. I'm just thinking.
Oh, so you're a pessimist. Then I guess you will enjoy the drama of this broken family. The truth is they will fight each other like rats in a barrel, until every one of them falls. Crack, crack. Did you hear it? It's the fracturing of a great empire, like the breaking of spring ice. In an army that speaks 20 different languages, who can the general trust to obey his commands? Only those who speak the language he does. You can already imagine it. A ridiculous beast with 11 limbs, each pulling in their own direction, limping across the battlefield until it gets shot. Luckily, that time hasn't come yet. The crying of the children is still being drowned out by the music playing in the theater and the beating hearts within the dancers' chests. The wails of suffering are silent in the newspapers, and the world sees only the silvery mirage of freedom and prosperity, believing all these children can live in harmony. Oh, but my darling, we know that the ice must break. It's as inevitable as the thaw of spring.
Alright, now that I've written this one, now it's time to unlock this one. So, I see one thing and one thing only. So, in a friendly exchange, so a crumpled note is attached to the door, its edges torn and folded, emphasizing the messenger's urgent need to communicate. So we shall just read the note to see what the note says. So, damn mirror. So, right. You can pause if you want to look at the notes. Then there's this one, a trail, the shadow in the broken mirror. So a hint of mystery lingers in the air, like a pleasant dream that refuses to fade from memory. Which takes us to a small little fight with pre-selected I guess you could say
no wingman is needed.
Characters.
Is this a new route?
The trail's still warm.
Crickets and fireworks!
The trail was all too obvious. Bullseye. Guns loaded.
Want to hit the waves?
Don't waste my time.
Easy. Gather round. Want to hit the waves? Come on in. Water's fine.
Thunder Talisman! Scientific version!
My little boat. It's a big part for my little boat. You can't separate a boat from her oars.
Weak hide was fun. You're hard enough to crack.
Look at my back.
Gather round.
陰森森、黑麻麻，睇得是明是暗，真係好得人驚啊
Hold my hand.
That sucks.
Shit. Easy. Want to hit the waves?
Crickets and fireworks! Thunder to me!
It's just skipping stones.
Alright, there we go.
梗係我捉你，唔係你捉我啊！
Alright, that kind of took a little bit long, so is there any satisfaction in waking up? Once you do, it's gone forever. You're left with a life of constant longing for the past. And with that, it is finally time to finish the last thing. to the mind's endoscope. Part 10. Two invitations from the founder of the Circle, no less. A precious opportunity, a rare and precious clue to the goings-on here. Hoffman caresses the edges, sinking into long silence. The obedient assistant looks off into the far distance, awaiting for the impending storm.
You know what happened. But under the Foundation's regulations, I must reiterate that the primary subject of this investigation has been changed to Heinrich. These two invitations are very useful. I'll tell the field agent squad to act tomorrow night. Once Heinrich's identity is verified, we will detain him in the exhibit. But I must remind you, Marcus, what you did today was a serious violation of the field mission manual, and I have to report this to the headquarters. That island is not of this era. Everything about it is strictly confidential. You have crossed a line.
The banter's tone was of a stern reproach, not so inconsequential anymore.
Understood.
I mean, she did what she had to do. She saw the opportunity and she took it, despite the risks. Marcus' complexion turns deathly pale. Her mouth hangs open to speak several times, but fails to make a sound. If not for the wall, she might well have fallen over.
I know what you're thinking. We need to get closer to this group. You might think their ideas are closer to those of the headquarters, and therefore easier to work with compared to the Vienna branch.
Huh?
Marcus finds herself surprised by her stay of execution.
You must know that Kakania is not our only source of information.
Hoffman turns away, intentionally avoiding the overeager eyes of her apprentice.
On the one hand, Karl has given us a list. In principle, everyone on this list is useful. On the other hand, the branch has its own connections too. More importantly, it takes more than a conversation over tea to get the people on the same side of a conflict.
The experienced investigator sighs, rubbing her forehead.
I'm worried you are not ready for this, Marcus. There's too much wickedness out there dressed in the skin of kindness. The most horrible atrocities are always committed for the most seemingly justified reasons, even at the headquarters. People are mired in power struggles and compromises.
Aww. She's like a hurt little puppy.
Sorry, ma'am. I was naive.
Aww.
It will be the Foundation's judgment call. If the information you've gathered outweighs the risks, you may be treated leniently, Marcus. Look at the street.
The ring road has a feeling of tranquility despite the evening bustle.
You're not the only one who wants to contribute to this place and its people. We come for peace, and many before us have tried to prevent foreseeable tragedies, only to cause greater tragedies. The rules are there for a reason. Nothing in the manual was written out of imagination. Every one of them came from a mistake of the past. We are only here to observe.
Many well-dressed citizens pass by, enjoying their sunset strolls.
This is Vienna in 1914, the birthplace of an enduring war and chaos, the critical point. It is a powder keg, and the slightest spark will set it off. Any action we take could have unfathomable consequences. That is why we advise extreme caution. This is our responsibility to this era.
Marcus follows her mentor's hand, gazing into the distance. For the first time, she scrutinizes the city ahead of her in detail. Here, countless lives, possibilities, and thoughts, new and old, collide. Would all this end in an instant beneath the curtain of rain? Marcus nods, searching out a word of affirmation.
I understand completely, Madam Hoffman. I won't make the same mistake again.
Away from the ring road, others continue on their life's trajectory. In Kakanian's clinic, a slightly unorthodox treatment is about to begin.
Isolde, you look sad and pale. What happened? Did something happen in the troop? Or did those dreadful officials come back?
No, I'm just a bit worried. You entered a duel for my sake.
Aww.
Dear Lord, the thought of you getting hurt breaks my heart.
Oh. This is heartbreaking.
Did Heinrich tell you that? He needs to keep his mouth shut. Don't worry about me, Isolde. I fought for the ethics of the profession, and I'm ready to bear the consequences of my actions. That scum sold the secrets of hypnosis to the military. It's a treatment, not a means of interrogation. In the end, all is well. The duel didn't happen, and I'm here, unharmed. All thanks to that young missy from the Foundation.
That young missy from the Foundation? The lady who just left? I bumped into her at the door.
So you've seen her?
She was at the cessation building. You weren't there. Did she give you any trouble? You told me the Foundation was after you for a while because you didn't have a license. I can help you, Doctor. I can ask Mr. Carl to...
No need for that. We only just became friends.
Friends?
Oh.
You told me to stay away from the Foundation's staff, but now you're making friends with them.
Oh no. I know people who have played this game often tease these two as a couple, but then again, that's just the fandom. But she is looking and acting like a jealous.
Oh, she's different, dear Isolde. We met by chance. I gave her an invitation to the exhibit, so you'll see her there. I think you two will become best friends. It would take all day to tell you everything. You're here for treatment. Let's not waste time on unimportant things.
Unimportant? All right.
Kakania coughs, trying to revert her to her more professional guise.
You're a personal friend, Isolde, so I didn't want to give you therapy in the first place.
Because I'm not good enough or sick enough to be your patient?
No, because I'm not good enough. I wasn't properly trained. I don't have a medical license or a degree. This is the cold, hard truth, and you're too important a friend to me. But I can no longer watch you suffer from the horrible treatments those quacks gave you. I may not have a license, but I have the knowledge and ethics that they don't. I never overcharge my treatment, nor sell unnecessary things to the patient, and I will never experiment on my patients.
Look at her, she's being happy.
Your smile. So you agree with what I said about those psychiatrists and doctors? Okay, then let's get to it.
Kakania spins her pen in an excited twirl,
Dr.
flipping
Sigmund
open...
Freud wrote that repression of desires is one of the primary causes of hysteria.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Don't interrupt me, Kakania. I am swear to God. Also, what's an excellent shot like this? But I think this could come a little bit more clearer.
You need to release these desires. I'll guide your memory to find the deeply hidden thoughts. Trust me, and tell me everything during the session. You'll suffer less from the repression, and your physical ailments, fainting and convulsions, will become less severe. Cast off your shackles and trust in me. This first step is crucial. I know tragedies in your family have affected you deeply, but I'm here to help you now. If you have trouble putting thoughts into words, use this mirror.
There it is right here. That's a good shot right here. You know, honestly, I think I might use this as the thumbnail. Maybe. Who knows?
It reflects your inner thoughts, like a mind's endoscope. I cast an arcane skill on it to help your thoughts surface.
Title drop.
Look at it, and tell me what you see.
My inner thoughts.
Yes, I won't hypnotize you. Nor will I turn around and peek at the mirror. What's in there belongs to only you. We're just going to talk. Hypnosis is a therapy I most detest. It doesn't help you understand and rediscover yourself, and if the dialogue isn't based on the full awareness and consent of both parties, it's pointless.
I see. I will do my best.
Do your best? Relax. You're not on the job. Just turn around. Look in the mirror and tell me, what do you see?
I see a gorgeous.
I see golden circles. Teofil
Salvation?
in his study, on his feet. His hand gesturing intensely in the air.
I'm not touching
yes. I am there too. I'm
not even touching anything. Oh. Her voice becomes strange and sharp.
Odd. Why am I not here? Doctor, is your mirror not working? It's not showing my reflection. No, this isn't right. I promised to do my best. I was there. I must have been. I have to remember it. You prepared all of this for my sake. I mustn't disappoint you.
Hold on.
Oh no, she's stuck in her obsessive thoughts. Isolde, please sit down and listen to my voice.
The actress, ignoring her doctor's warnings, forcefully grips the edge of the mirror.
Who am I? Where am I? Hello? Is anybody there? Who is me? I am who? Greetings. Hello?
The candles go out, and the room fills with an inexplicable breeze. An incorporeal voice responds to her injury, invited from the void.
The lost ghosts. The last time in the Secession building. Now I understand. I have to get her to stop relying so much on her arcane power. Luckily, not completing my education is why I know a little bit of everything.
The doctor rushes to the full-size mirror in the workshop, removing the gray cloths one by one.
What are you doing, Doctor? Is the session over? Was it because I did something wrong? Did I mess up?
No, you didn't.
Nonsense. You were doing great. I just have to clean the room a bit.
A more intense flash fills the clinic, dispelling the damp and resentful darkness.
Go away! Mirrors are useless to ghosts. Leave my patients alone and never come back.
I'm looking away from the screen. Oh, thank God. Sometimes the lights are too freaking bright. And I just... Actually, you know what? This might be a good time to end the video. After I fight these ghosts. God damn it.
Program activated.
And Isolde! Oh no.
Hello? Hello? Are you talking to me?
These ghosts are confusing her. I have to calm her before she hurts herself. I'll take care of you, Miss Dittersdorf. Shh. Tell me, who is here?
I'll behave, Miss Kakania. Look at me, please. Who? She's a little girl.
So connection between numbers.
So freaky.
The golden ratio.
The light that illuminates
Loading. Home. Space connection between numbers.
Aim and shoot.
Fly, my numerical friends.
Oh, these legs! What should I sing?
Charging.
Home, space, and order.
Don't let go.
Eliminate target.
I must finish this.
Connection between numbers.
I, Robot, Child of Science.
Behold the phenomenal world.
Target confirmed.
I must finish the song.
Beneath the water,
So free.
fluidity and fluctuation. A hypothesis of truth.
The light that illuminates all.
Soffocare il sangue! Soffocare il sangue!
Great. Ah! Well, there goes my mod. But I need to heal
The
more.
show must go on.
Stop hitting.
Come together to conquer this great
Home,
waste.
space, and order.
Why'd you fall till every night? Why
Nice.
The phenomenal world.
Who are you? Why are you in my bed? Why'd you call my father, father? My mother, mother? And my brother, brother? Hello? I saw you beg. I'm sorry.
Oops, sorry.
I sympathize. But please give me my life back. It's not as nice as you think.
They're only memories, Isolde. What happened next?
No. You died. And then I was here? Miss Kakania?
Darn, another ghost?
But the story was not over. It continued with our bloodline. What should I
Connection
so
between
untamed?
numbers.
I gotta stop here. Stop attacking us, Isolde!
Then I found you. Mon officier n'est pas un capitaine.
Oh
The
damn,
second
we got her.
child, called Odd. A genius, but a mentally unstable one. I hope the bloodline doesn't end up killing her. She understood and sat down. She got scared and began to cry. This is not a stage. It is all real. Amid the shaking and convulsions, the second child remembered that she was really the third child.
A seizure. A memory related to the electroshock therapy? At least my treatment's working. She's exploring her repressed memories.
No! No! I don't want to hear.
Shush. That's another proof nearing perfection.
But I didn't even click anything on that one. Oh well. Well, I guess this is a good time to stop right here. So, I want to say thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a like or dislike. Any comments will be helpful. And if you're new to the channel, you can support my channel by clicking that subscribe button, like the video. It'll greatly help me out, and it would be greatly appreciated. It will also help the algorithm, or whatever. Many YouTubers are saying that as of late, for YouTube, I guess. I have goosebumps right now. Like, we're starting to explore the mindscapes, the mind of Isolde here. From what I can tell, like I said before, she is a very, very traumatized person. Mentally unstable. And I'm afraid, and more afraid, from the trailer of that one event that brought out this chapter. Let's just say it's gonna get worse. And worse. And worse. Because, like I said, in the previous chapter, or in the previous video, Vienna is in a critical point in the storm. Gonna be in the most dangerous spot there. And is gonna suffer all kinds of weirdness there. So in the next video, let's go for part 3. I'm not sure how far I'm going to be, so I'm always going to go for 5 story parts, and if it's close enough to the end, then I will go all in. Maybe. Not too sure. So, I guess I'll hope for the best for these two here, because, let's just say, I'm actually liking these characters. I have gotten Isolde when she was out, and I have not regretted it. I like her abilities, because not only for that, because the VA, like I said, is very, very talented, especially in the singing. Yes, the voice actress does sing, the opera side of this, and I really have to clap on that one for a great performance. But until I go through the story, we haven't gotten to the actual opera part yet of the story. So, again, I shall thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the new video. So peace out, and have a awesome week.